Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm kind of rearranging the studio here a little bit. We're doing a few things that are a little bit different and trying to get it set up here. So bear with us. We're going to be doing the live stream in about an hour and 15 minutes for the game. And I hope you guys will join us here. So, hopefully it won't be an ass game. It's Baltimore against Miami. So, two 4-win teams between the two of them.
And the Tyreek Hill's going to be in the building, too.
Well, laughing and saying, I'm glad I'm not out there with those sissy soft suckers and that badass coach. So we have some news here on George Pickens, okay? You know, the NFL insiders, which are the shit starters, is what I like to call them in the NFL, they decided that, hey, the Cowboys, they should trade George Pickens, so they can get some more picks. I kind of think that that's stupid because we've been looking for a number 2 wide receiver since we ended up trading for a ham sandwich, Amari Cooper, okay? So if you traded Amari Cooper, who played for another 4 years after we traded him, and you only got a 5th-round pick, how much more do you think you're going to get for George Pickens? I'm just asking for a friend, okay? Because he was still a very good wide receiver, knowing the Cowboys. But the insiders, trade George Pickens. Of course, that goes back, trade Dak. We're always talking about trade. How about we trade for some people to help us? So Mike Fisher, shout out to Mike Fisher, was actually at the Star today and was talking to George Pickens and asked him, of course, we spoke to George Pickens on Thursday here at the Star, and he dismissed the trade gossip, but did address whether he'd like to get a new contract done now or wait till the offseason. Well, that's kind of up to Jerry Jones wants to do. All I can do is perform at my best, Pickens said, who said there's been no discussions as of yet. Now, back to the trade idea reaction from our main man, Tim Ham, who takes over from here. Dallas Morning News floats the sell at the deadline concept, arguing that Dallas can't afford Pickens at $30 million per year and shouldn't tag him at projected $28 million. Dallas can't afford to think about paying him after the season, writes columnist Tim Cowshaw. With the numbers he has put up, all while not causing any disruptions that have made Steelers eager to move on with him, he's a $30 million a year receiver easily. And you could think the franchise tag is an option. It projects at $28 million next season. Cowshaw wrote, "You know the drill: scary cap numbers, hand wringing about allocation, and a lecture about how fantasy teams aren't real life. Also toss in, after flipping Micah Parsons for futures last month, pour even more resources in a defense for 26. Now, I'm going to actually go the other way here. Here's the way I'm going to actually go, because I'm going to say, if you could get George Pickens for $30 million, that's actually a pretty good deal, because what you're looking at is saving $17 million over what Micah Parsons is being paid right now. And you still have 2 first-round picks, be it the Green Bay Packer one right now is sitting at 31 at this moment. But I'm still saying that you have 2 players that you should be able to hopefully get studs on that you're not paying for 5 years. So that's where I look at that and say, actually, I think you can afford that. And since you're sitting at the number 2 spot right now with cap space at $31 million, that you're going to roll over to next year because you're probably not going to use it, and the way that you can do contracts, you can look at it with George Pickens and say, we believe he's going to be a guy that we can go ahead and put his contract down the road because he is relatively young. And look at this and say, we're kind of going all in because we know we only have a few more years of Dak. And the chances of saying, let's trade George Pickens, get a second, maybe a first, and think that you're going to get a guy out the box that's going to be as good as him, I don't know that that's going to happen. So for me, I would be like, Tim, coleslaw, nah, I'm good. I'd rather try and sign him. But hey, who knows what the Cowboys are going to do? I certainly don't. But we do know that we will be here live streaming in about an hour, and hope that you guys join in. I will go ahead and open up the the chat so that way we can get open it up for everybody but Leo. Because I'm not feeling Leo tonight. I'm just not feeling Leo tonight because Leo. No, I'm just not feeling Leo tonight. All right, good people. As always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.